Had an off game, he didn't have the best plan, and tabseN did make it clear that he's prepared if it arrived here again, and here we are, so we'll see what he can come up with. We're gonna go this time, Jason. This one's for real.
Perfect. I love it. Pistol round is live. Grayhound taking on Big, Dust2. And all 5 players for Grayhound out long. syrsoN's going to start investigating off catwalk in towards lower dark, but tabseN potentially first contact as they turn the corner. There's the swing, all huddled against the wall. He's seen numbers as well. Defensive smoke deployed, and he'll play it passively for the moment.
tabseN through this. Krimbo's pushed. Alistair's found him though, so he's dropped immediately. And tabseN not to find any kills yet. It's Liazz that gets him. Caught out a goose. Bomb to be planted. syrsoN plays at elevator. Rotation coming his direction, but there's 2 on catwalk, so syrsoN needs to find shots at long. And I know he struggled on LAN. I thought yesterday he actually looked pretty good in the massive comeback against Furia. Remember, they could potentially have been 0-2 right now on the big side, if not for that incredible comeback. syrsoN's got 2, but Liazz will close out the round, and it is Grayhound that's going to win the first.
We like that. Nice pistol round from Grayhound. They managed it well as also, I mean, there's a flashbang through that smoke. They were prepared for the run-through, prepared for the follow-up fights as they crossed out towards long. Well done from Grayhound. 1-0. Good job from Alistair. Provides that opening kill onto Krimbo. Liazz finding tabseN as well. And just well executed. Nice simple pistol round. And again. Presence out towards long. Vexite, oh, he's potential to line him up, but it's a little bit shaky. He's not comfortable with this fight. So much counter utility. Liazz is gonna have to pick up the pieces. Double kill from him, and there's syrsoN chiming in. Big turn the corner and get demolished.
Yeah, absolutely do. syrsoN and syrsoN. Excuse me, Kitto and syrsoN. syrsoN's alive too, but not as Big's teammate right now. They're going to try and back off this one. syrsoN with the scout knows it's unlikely they'll do any further damage. He might try and catch them on the cross. He's going to rotate to catwalk instead, though, because his teammate's already pushing it long. Smoke down in front of him. He could try and utilize, but he's heard. Ins. Oh, goes down. Kitto with the shot on the 5-7. Now we're at a 2-on-2. Car hold for syrsoN late, though, may not be anticipated, may not be expected. And as they get closer to the site, he peeks out. Easy shot on syrsoN. Ooh. Scout in hand of Kitto, though. He's trying to do the damage at range. They just don't need to peek this, though, and play the time to his advantage. Kitto may even just try and save that scout as this continues to tick away.
13 HP, it's not even worth it whatsoever. Can't find a better gun, just bails out. So they'll at least keep that into the next round. Nothing too crazy. Again, nice job from Grayhound sustaining a round 2 victory against the pressure, even losing that first kill. And 2-0. What was it? Was it you who told me that? Who was it? I'm trying to
carry on. Tell me what it was, and I'll tell you if it was me.
I'm doubting if it was you.
Okay, well then yes, it was me.
Someone had told me that Grayhound had and this is completely believable, hadn't yet won a map at a major, even in a best of 1 before last night beating Cloud9.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't me.
Okay. I don't know who that was.
Either way, that would be pretty insane.
Either way, I was watching that game last night. That was absolutely wild to see the way Grayhound really took it to Cloud9. And I think what was even more impressive, there was that round late in the game. Grayhound had like a 3-on-2 retake at the A-bomb site that they dropped. They had all the advantages in the world. They had plenty of utility. Didn't actually use it on the retake and end up losing. And to even be able to kind of sustain that kind of a devastating loss and then win out in overtime where you see the underdogs typically fail in close games was super impressive in my mind to see Grayhound deliver that kind of a performance. So I really enjoyed that. First kill goes the way of Big. syrsoN's dropped. And Grayhound, nobody takes long 3 rounds in a row against Big.
Stare. Underneath. Heading through the tunnels, and syrsoN tries to put a pop shot through the door toward him. He's not able to find that, but they'll boost up syrsoN on the firebox, so he'll be able to spot anyone that's going toward mid to B late in the round. While I'm waiting at the B tunnels, even still, as Liazz will rotate back over.
This is a bit sketchy, though. AK-47 recovered as well on tabseN. Scout in the hands of syrsoN. Kitto's got armor in the 5-7. This could be huge. A tag here would be monumental. Oh, good shot from Ins. Important shot, but he's tagged down to 29. Vexite at 49, and they're going to go right at the AK-47.
tabseN Throwing that Molotov, though, he's going to reveal his position. I think they have far enough forward to see that. Yeah, spamming the box already. Alistar trying to do the damage. The smoke down lets them get away without their heads being spotted, but their heads are going to be splatted as it's IEMS and Liazz again to find over the top. Another kill. And isn't done there. He's going to continue to look forward toward Catwalk. Gets a quick reload in. syrsoN comes around. Nice shot on Liazz. Hold on, because IEMS is very low here. This USP, even at range, 15 can make this a costly round. But it looks as though it should be a 3-0 for Grayhound.
Oh yeah, absolutely. syrsoN, I guess go find a kill if you can have it. Takes the fight. He's got plenty of time to find it. Alistar brought down to 20. It's all good.
4 kills for IEMS.
3-0 for Grayhound. Really good start for them, but the AWP is going to come out in the hands of syrsoN, who's really started to figure out this whole LAN thing of late. I've been very impressed with the jump up in performance from syrsoN.
Yeah, I think yesterday was great. On Vertigo. Yesterday morning, I should say. Everyone obviously played 2 games on the opening day. Alistair going to run toward B with a quick spawn. Liazz toward A long, so they've got a bit of both to work with. In the backside smoke, he can flash, spray, and then back off and fade into the smoke and the distance.
syrsoN with the AWP wants to get aggressive. Got to be careful. Already in lower dark. This is a little bit late to come into it, and Alistair spots it. I think maybe the barrel, and picks him off through the wall. So overstepping the mark is syrsoN, and a 5-on-4 provided for the Aussies. And tabseN's going to slide into position and CT spawn. Him and Sim combine to defend this portion of the map, but that's pulled them away from A, where Catwalk seems to be a point of aggression at the moment for Grayhound.
tabseN still trying to get an angle on this. Ooh, thought about this nade. It would have done damage. It would have been perfectly timed. Now it's a bit late. It's going to do some damage on Alistair, but it goes deep on everybody else. tabseN still giving up his position on the ramp. They know he's there. They'll swing. Go for the trade. Doesn't even matter. Vex is going to nail that one immediately, and syrsoN takes out sicko. And then slides inside smoke on the backside of the boxes to try and get a better angle to at least see up on top of the platform. But he needs Kiddo in this equation quickly, and he's still toward mid-doors, unsure of what waits on the other side. Grayhound looking for a 4-0 start, and I think at this point they're just trying to secure passage, safe passage at that for syrsoN to get away.
Yeah, that's all they can do. Really nice round from Grayhound. Good take up Catwalk. I mean, all off the back of that pick onto syrsoN, and exactly what I mentioned. They kind of took advantage of the shift of the defense away from the A bomb site, a little bit of a gap that gave them advantage in the fight on the actual attack itself. It's a well put together opening 4 rounds so far from Grayhound. Still early going, plenty of time for Big to recover. And as Banks mentioned in the interview, you got tabseN, who's obviously an incredibly smart player. You got B, one of the most respected tacticians in Counter-Strike behind him. So plenty of time for those two to combine to find the solution to these problems.
Well, the problem now, down 4 and not on the board yet at all. All at the long A position as well. I haven't seen too much in mid, although this one we did get the start out. Alistair absolutely nailed it, you're right.
Shot half the body. I was thinking at the time that was a little bit late in the day for syrsoN to be making that kind of a play through the double doors, so maybe just lost himself a little bit in the moment. Reinvestment from Big. 2 M4s, the AWP still in the hands of syrsoN. 5-7s surround it.
Made for Kiddo, potentially. Flash instead, the smoke's out. sicko on 46. It's syrsoN that plays box and I think did that damage in his direction as he sprayed at the smoke. Tapping as well, not giving up all his ammunition too early on that M4.
Ooh, okay. That's a bit sketchy. IEMS is going to say, oh boy, I'm stuck kind of in this corner. I'm going to have to take a big risk if I want to get out. And he's fortunate in a round like this, there's not full utility on Big. They could chuck a Molotov into that position to force him into the arms of syrsoN. Good find from syrsoN jumping up onto the Xbox. Liazz goes down, 4-on-5 for Grayhound.
Actually the one that leads the way into the site. Shot out AK. He actually didn't get either of those kills despite being first, and he assists on sickos. IEMS gets the other, but tabseN stands tall, finds 2 on top of the ramp.
I don't think they're aware that Vexite's in this position, though. Ooh, they're not aware at all, and that's a good headshot. Bomb is down 2-on-2. The AWP is trying to land the shot, but now they know its position. Out towards long. They've got nothing with which to cross. And 28 seconds on the clock.
syrsoN working his way back in. Slow about it. syrsoN still holding it long.
Do they both drop? Holy shit, this is risky.
That is a massive risk. Because now they essentially have to retake elevator boost to do it with syrsoN encroaching on that AWP as well. He sees the gun barrel, but Vex said he's got the first one. And syrsoN still watching to see exactly. He can't do anything with this. The time's gone.
He's got no kit either, so he can't even go for it. He sees the barrel this whole time, and he's just waiting for the peek. He's waiting for the exit kill, but gonna miss that shot, and he's got to bail out. 5-0 for Grayhound.
Solid from Vexite as well in that round. 2 kills for him, 4 in total now, and that was huge to take over Catwalk. syrsoN will at least put him down at the end and keep the AWP, but 5-0 Grayhound.
2 kills, but that second one is the important one. The headshot onto the Catwalk player. He had the kit, and that's the one if he actually gets into the bomb site, you're either trusting in a jumping kill on the diffuser, or you have to find syrsoN to be able to wrap around that ramp. So that's a big boy shot from Vexite in a pressure situation. 5-0.
Vexite down on that Vegemite.
There we are.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Save that one for a highlight. Yeah, put that in your back pocket.
You know what? I've already used it.
Are you a fan of the Vegemite?
I don't remember.
Okay. I know I tried it.
I honestly don't remember if I liked it or not at this point. It's been too long. I got to try it again. Maybe I was indifferent, and that's why I don't remember. All right, well, Vegemite's on it again. This round, Vexite for 2. He's going to come around and swing long, but taps and doubles and equals that same task in return. So now they'll slow things off at the pace.
That's actually so sick from Vexite to get those 2 kills. Unfortunate they've been returned by Tapson in the situation, but a 3-on-3 with plenty of time for Grayhound to work with. And they're going to hit the pause button. Alistair's got the op in middle, looking for any kind of a peek off Catwalk. Any kind of a peek in middle. They know Tapson was out towards long and likely to be hunkered down either at long or towards the A bomb site itself. So they have that little piece of information, including the utility that was just thrown over. Now, if someone can go down to lower dark and throw a flashbang for Alistair to just force syrsoN off the angle, and Molotov as well from Alistair, this is one player showing a Catwalk take. And if syrsoN gets forced off this angle, they no longer have the information.
Smoke out for Tapson. Liazz is the one behind it, so he'll back off. Doesn't want to walk out and take contact. Looked like he was considering it. Tapson will cross over as a result of that. That'll fortify B as he'll get there with Kiddo, but it gives a lot of space over toward A. And if they head Catwalk...
Oh, this is so sick. Grayhound's actually out-calling Big at the moment. Outplaying this tactically, because Big is feeling like this is going to be a mid to B split. They feel like it's going to be a B finish, and they're wrong. One player fake. If syrsoN gets a kill, that'd be everything. 15 seconds.
He did not check the back of the side. How's he not dead? Kiddo comes back up. Alistair does take out syrsoN, and Bomb is on A, so that single man fake toward B. Gonna give them a lot. Taps it down. Alistair hits that as well. And Kiddo, my friend, you have a kit.
Yo,
but you have O chance.
This is such a beautiful 3v3 from Grayhound. That is so lovely how they've just played this.
He's going to go for this in a 1-on-2. He'll at least inquire as to where they are inside of the site, but half the time on that bomb already gone. Flash up. This will give away his position on Catwalk. Liazz not going to peek, and he's actually going to go all the way around. They don't have a ton of money left over right now. Liazz confirms he's made it as far as the corner, and now he's going to back off. He knows it. He knows it's over. Oh, no. There's a wall there, sir, in case you weren't aware. Liazz actually built it himself. That's why it was there, and he takes advantage of it.
Yeah, that's...
Speaking of walls...
That's such a... Yeah?
They just tend to fall, you know?
Yeah, they do tend to fall. Some wall situations. Man, this is so cool from Grayhound. They're building up a nice lead over Grayhound, and it's a good-looking lead either. It's not gimmicky. It's not any kind of clutch that's given them momentum. This is solid Counter-Strike and solid calling in the mid-round.
Yeah, 6-0. T side. Big said they were prepared today. Did Tapson for the T side. Well, they got to get to the T side with a few wins on CT first. The Pistols seem to be doing the best job of that so far. Krimbo and Kiddo pushing forward and each finding a kill with a rather aggressive mid and B halls push.
Yeah, and I think the response that Grayhound wants to pull off there is a long take. It's long control off of all the bodies that they've spotted in upper dark. Unfortunately, there's a defensive smoke down on the double doors, so nobody could really react properly. So Grayhound hasn't been able to get any map control off that kind of aggression.
Yeah, not only that, they've got 2 AKs picked up, but the one other gun that's on this side of the map. Okay, well, that's that's cool. syrsoN just decides to show up and smoke Liazz. I was going to say is the MP9 behind the door, which is actually a super powerful position for it to be in.
Especially if you got a scout baiting for you. Especially if all the attention is going to be at the corner. And there's been some great rounds out of Grayhound so far in this game, but this one I think is just out of control. It is just out of reach to recover. And money is going to start being an issue as well for Grayhound. 550 on Vexite, 350 on syrsoN. Inns and Alistair might just want to try and pull off a save for the last 50 seconds of this round. They've got money to drop and money to rebuy if they do drop their weapons, but otherwise they're going to have to shoot deep into those pockets.
Nice shot, Inns. tabseN flashing and nading. Inns has already made it over toward Gandalf, and Alistair, oh, he's timed it wrong though. tabseN's gotten to the boxes. That's gonna make things more awkward. Forces Alistair forward, and that'll give him less of a chance. tabseN got the shot with the 5-7. Inns pulls it back, bombs down, but watch the flank. Because even though he follows it up, he's gonna have to be, oh my god, I was gonna say perfect on that shot. He got the crosshair back over in time, but not accurate enough. It's 6-1, finally big get around.
Some great shots from Inns, almost made that doable. Almost made that recoverable in the 2v5. There was a little bit of a window of opportunity. There's a universe where that actually pans out. Really nice shooting from Inns. Jesus. 6-1. Big is on the board finally.
Alistair looking for a chance to try and fire inside of B. Oh dear. Getting hot. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Just walk in the flames. There's like a pixel gap, and he's managed to make it work. Good read by Alistair. That could have been punishing too, because they locked the corner and they didn't smoke on top of it as well. Obviously, it's a Molotov to counter the rush, but let's say he wants to peek on it, thinking like, oh, well, they can't peek me. I'll get the angle first. You get wrecked by that.
I was thinking the same thing. The syrsoN very easily could have chosen to peek behind that Molotov in Upper Dark, and that could have been very deadly. A little bit of spam coming through from a vertical angle, so the return spam is not going to be on the mark.
Inns crosses over, no peek from the corner.
Three smokes, 2 flashes, and a Molotov for Grayhound's attacking side. Big is holding on to their utility as well. They're waiting for that late round execute to drop Molotovs. tabseN's got Molotov, smoke, nade. He's got all the utility, and that's a beefy one.
I didn't call that one, Jason.
I know. But you should have. If you were talking when that nade was thrown, you would have nailed it.
Oh, thanks. I'm glad you have so much confidence in me. The track record's proven at this point. I agree.
Unfortunate for Grayhound, they just moved into the catwalk execute, and that's where tabseN deploys his late utility. It slows it down massively.
Krimbo might get caught. Yeah, that's a late decision to transfer to that spot, considering tabseN's already at Goose. But tabseN's already at Goose. They never knew it. Excite goes down, Sicko falls. My goodness. Okay, cool. No disrespect to the Observer. You're never going to catch the kills that fast. That was a slaughter when they arrived on the site.
Absolutely. And you're never going to expect a second player. You see one player trying to evacuate to Goose. You're not going to hard clear that. Also, the Molotov from syrsoN from long prevents anyone from trying to trade that kill. Anyone swinging to trade off tabseN, and leaves them out in the open for syrsoN's AWP. So yeah, those kills from the defense come in quick succession. Well played round from Big. A lot of it provided by solid utility work. And good to see syrsoN hit some nice shots.
Now they're back in this. 6-2, gun's gone. They can make a half of this easily now. Grayhound's going to have to be aware of that situation, but also not let off at all when they do get guns back out. Speaking of letting off, syrsoN missing a shot gives a chance for some damage, but it's Krimbo that comes out with an M4. And it's not as cool when he doesn't have the AK, because you can't say a Krimbo 47.
No one's ever said that.
No, everyone says that, actually, Jason. You need to get more in touch with what the kids are up to these days.
A Krimbo.
Get down with the kids.
syrsoN. Trying to do a little one tap through the double doors. Not a whole lot to work with for Grayhound. No timeouts yet from either of these teams. It was kind of surprising to me. I didn't see Big call a timeout when they were down 0-5, 0-6, anything like that. But it might be time for a timeout for if you're Grayhound, just to say, let's get back into the winning ways. Let's have a little conversation. We had a good start. Let's make sure we don't let it slip away.
Krimbo going commando.
There it is.
Me too, baby.
That one's better.
Me and you both, buddy.
Me and you both. All right.
Alistair. Okay, that's one.
Cool. Go for a knife.
That's two.
Get yourself a knife.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
This is foolish. No one's looking.
Get a knife, pick it up.
Did he genuinely? Okay, I don't. Did you see how he kind of like shoulder peeked? Was he trying to find a way that the M4 was going to hit his hands the fastest, so he could like E on it as it fell and turn?
Yeah.
Or was he thinking like, I'll even walk by you and go knife? Like, I don't know what that was. It was. All right, fair enough. Cool.
Yeah, he almost had the conversion on the second kill as well. The M4 just wasn't ready to fire quite yet, but he had the crosshair lined up. Still, knife is going to be great for the extra bonus money. And for morale purposes, it's always fun to get a knife in a major. Double up setup for Big. Keto's got one, syrsoN has the other.
In's waiting to see if there'll be any further aggression back toward the tunnel position, but 3 rounds in a row. Trying now to not let this get out of hand. Excite's going to back off inside smoke, fade away from the position. syrsoN's still just holding that sliver, but Molotov's going to disallow that position for him as Inns threw that out from the underpass.
And Kito's got the second AWP in a classic setup. Back at the B bomb site, back at the platform, which means his support player syrsoN can be a little bit more mobile if Big want to try and crunch middle. Looks like a mid to B split might be coming in. Smoke used towards left side of mid, so Vexite can challenge towards CT spawn, but he's already brought low utility as well, but he's going to turn in and be aggressive regardless.
Ooh, I was going to say that would have been easy peasy, but they'll get it anyway. Taps him with the kill. Kiddo, backside of the site, you mentioned it. Classic spot, but not if he's got a box that's going to take bullets away from him. He does go back up to finish the job. Takes out syrsoN as well as Inns. And it's Alistair that falls next. Big in control, and a little bit flat now, it seems, from Grayhound.
Yeah, they spotted him 6 rounds, and now it seems like Big have got their feet beneath them. They've kind of woken up into this game and got settled in. Grayhound with a 4-round full losing bonus going their way, so expect a half buy with Tech 9s with some deagles as well. A little bit of utility. We'll see what they can do with it.
syrsoN having a good time. syrsoN not sure if he wants to peek on that or not. Look at the amount of utility and flashes. He backs off. He's completely weak in this situation, though. Krimbo again to save him and give him 2 and a chance because he does damage to Liazz. It doesn't matter if the op's going to get it. That'll bring tabseN out. This one's done as well. jasoN, 1 round between them now at 6-5.
Yeah, that's very quickly they've closed the gap. This is well done, and there's that timeout from Grayhound where they just say, all right, enough's enough. Let's talk things over. Let's figure it out. Alistair's got plenty of money for the op, so Grayhound can dig as deep into the playbook as they want, call out anything. Trying to capitalize on an incredible upset last night against Cloud9, against one of the world's best teams. A shocking upset here in Rio.
Would you ever own a Grayhound, jasoN?
Yeah, I would.
Would you?
Yeah.
Nice. They chase the chickens pretty fast.
Yeah, but they're lazy otherwise. They're considered little couch potatoes when you don't put them on the track chasing chickens. Or rabbits, I think it is. I don't think it's chickens.
Happens to the worst of us. Chasing the rabbits, the hare. Just like in Snatch.
Okay, classic reference. I appreciate that.
Do you like dags?
Zoomers everywhere confused. Alistair with the op. Production likes it though, that's all that matters.
Yeah, that's all that. I'm only here for them. If they're happy, I still get hired, so this is good.
All right, Kito on catwalk, peering down into lower dark. He's gonna have a chance. Slow jiggle from Vexite, and he's punished for it.
Slow jiggle and he folds, jasoN. Alistair looking for the smoke. Double doors covered off. One way on that pin smoke, and it's going to be Alistair that gets the better of Kito, trying to look under it as well from the other side, but not quite anticipating the shot. And that opposite's in the open as tabseN waits in the backside of a smoke at long, though he's already pushed into the cave.
And they have catwalk open to him, and they've loved this hit throughout this half. They've loved this catwalk take, and they've hit some beautiful shots on the entrance off catwalk as well. They've been very effective. So once again, this time they're going to find so much more space, not even any resistance mounted. So now the decision-making shifts to Big. They have to decide whether they're actually going to go for this playing retake. And they're going to at least investigate, see what they can find as the bomb just now gets planted. Not a whole lot of utility for the post-plant for Grayhound.
Liazz forward. Flash is going to catch him. Pre-fire. Might have had the time to get his vision back enough to fight, but syrsoN's going to get 2 on the back of it. Alistair still holds on. Bomb planted for catwalk, which they've lost. Inns knows it, and he's a little bit concerned of the positioning right now because the AWP of Alistair needs to go aggressively in toward the corner. Otherwise, oh, reverse boost. syrsoN's going to get them both because they were wrapping in from ramp, and it'll be 6-6 on a great retake.
Yeah, again, good utility from Big. The Molotov on towards the top of the catwalk stairs prevents Grayhound from actually taking control and getting into the stronger positions to defend that part of the retake. Leaves them exposed to the flashbangs. Inns had a smoke there that he could have deployed towards Catwalk. I think he chose to deploy it inside the bomb site to give his teammates cover from long, but Catwalk was the real point of the retake. And it's well done from Sin. Completely blind is Liazz, and there goes syrsoN. What a spray down. Flashbang forces both players against the wall and lined up. 6-6, 6 straight for Big.
Alistair. Not able to find the shot on tabseN, who's actually got all the way around the corner again. He's going to play very close to the angle at long. Does a bit of damage onto Vegemite, but has to back off as he's tagged down to 77. So slow pace again. Tie game. 6 straight rounds for either side.
Back towards the long we go. Grayhound's had some difficulty taking control of it in the early rounds, but they find a mid-round timing where there's no defense here. Big has chosen to defend Catwalk heavily with numbers.
Flashbang over mid, able to turn away from that as Inns.
Tapson's got there's a cool setup. He's got like a support flashbang for Catwalk, and he just chucked it out. Nobody peeked with it, but he set up there to make sure, because Grayhound had such an emphasis on it. They want to at least shut down this portion of the attack, but nobody's home at the moment. It's just going to be Inns lurking it. The main attention needs to be taken by the long players, but they're running out of time, and they still haven't gotten out of double doors. They still haven't worked up the courage to actually make the move. They've been here for about 20, 30 seconds now.
syrsoN gonna find Excite on the first shot, sees shoulders, knows there's going to be more, and the good flash pushes off the EWP in return. Alistair can't get the angle, and syrsoN's going to punish him. When he tries, this is just a shooting gallery. Unfortunately, the gallery shoots back. Liazz with the kill, but he's about to be taken down from the side, even if he tries to get yet one more. 7 in a row now for Big, and I think the Hound has been muzzled.
Nice.
I was looking for something.
I know, I like
that,
it.
but,
Yeah,
you know.
You really found a way out of that at the end. Didn't stick the landing, but it's not bad. Judges give it a 6
I was going to say
out
the
of 10.
Hound has been hounded, but like, you know,
that doesn't work.
No,
Muzzled
that's
is
lazy.
Nice shot from syrsoN. Nice sequence from syrsoN, just constantly re-peeking with the safety of support flashes. 1 round lead now for Big. They've overtaken it after a slow start. They've played through the pain, and they're rewarded. And back down to Tech 9s and pistols mostly for Grayhound.
Krimbo again at long. He's been doubling up in this position so often. Now he will do so again as he has to back away. Bit of a flashbang deterrence, but he still had the vision enough, as we saw, to get the kills. tabseN, syrsoN. That's the kill in the order, as Liazz will get back into tabseN. However, it's syrsoN that remains on the ramp, and Krimbo's been alive the whole time. Jason, he's up now to 12 kills in total with 3 in this round.
It feels like in that 6-round run to start the map for Grayhound, a lot of that success came off some really cool, good shooting from Inns, some really cool like mid-round calls and maneuvering around the map and out-calling Big in those situations, but they haven't really had success since then early in the rounds of finding opening kills, finding picks, or finding any kind of map control. They haven't been able to take long quickly, so they haven't been able to like kind of force pressure with map control. They haven't been able to find any picks with the AWP. They haven't been able to really win too many engagements, so they haven't been putting themselves in those like 3v3 mid-rounds that they were so effective at to begin. And a second timeout called by Grayhound. I think Big has still held on to all 4 of theirs.
Which is impressive as well, because you were down to 6 rounds. You would think a bit of pressure would set in, but apparently not. So back underway for the final round of the half. A round that obviously Grayhound would love to win, considering they don't remember what that feels like at this point.
Good shot from syrsoN to open things up. He's up to 14 kills, leading the way for Big. Another attempt at a 4v5 conversion for Grayhound. Deep nade towards the base of Catwalk. Does a little bit of chip damage. Liazz can't convert on a very tough fight to take.
syrsoN Nade pillar, and it's Keto that's trying to get a shot back into him. He's going to know the angle that was thrown at from the mouth of the other side. He's going to get away, but not for free. The nade, 57 remaining on him, so 43 damage.
They're falling into this mid to B split, but the B bomb site has been shut down. Vegas had some very good defenses. This time, Keto doesn't expect anyone to be out of mid, and that might set things up perfectly. There's the mid to B smoke.
Caught up with utility. syrsoN standing box. This wants to cover both inside and out of the site, but he's elected better off to go down and take just the fight toward tunnels because Krimbo's come back over from CT. This is working out well. syrsoN as well is already in good position. And it's syrsoN with a shot that's so far successful. It's going to force them out toward the door. syrsoN's going to find the kill. And at half, we have a 9-6 scoreline, and it's 9 in a row for Big to come back into this. We'll have to see if Grayhound have anything left in the second half.
Hey Future Pros, some people hate Dust2. Anyway, here's a cool smoke that you can throw from T-spawn to land on the hinge of the mid double doors. Without going down a rabbit hole, you will need a scope to line this one up. To throw the smoke, get into this mini corner along the fence. Crouch down and double scope to find this smudge along the awning. Then simply jump through the smoke while crouched. By some miracle, the smoke will land.
Well, Grayhound got off running only to be shut down and then shut out. Come back into the half, and they are looking solid now to go into the 2-1 bracket. That's right, this is a best of one, a 1-1 matchup, not for elimination, not to be advanced, but certainly to put yourself in a much better position. And that's what Big hope to do after a remarkable comeback to start things off against Furia, but a pretty lackluster follow-up in their second match after that last night.
Yeah, certainly. Now, for Grayhound last night, we've already touched on the Cloud9 victory. If you want to have a little bit of positivity in your life for this second half here after just going on a 0-9 streak to end the first half, against Cloud9, Grayhound put 10 rounds on the board on their own CT side. And that would give them a 16-round victory here against Big if they can pull off something similar. Aggressive defense in the pistol round for Grayhound. One player on Catwalk, one player in Lower Dark. So supporting each other. Two players taking the same point of contact. Double door smoke, a pin smoke from Long. It's not going to shift the defense, but the Molotov forces Liazz into the open. That makes it tough. Pulls him into Vexite, but that stack doesn't work, and Liazz burns.
Does indeed. Cotter smoke that's still going to hold. Alistair is there when they walk through, but not for much. He's only good for one ins. However, we'll take advantage of the distraction and the fact that he had to swing both directions to take the shot in return. Sicko, Doolies can't do it. It's tabseN instead, and it might be a pistol round now for Big to make it 10 straight. As Inns works up from CT, it's Krimbo on his right side, ready for the fight. Shoulder spotted, but expecting a counter peek. He looks around to find, well, a player on Catwalk, sure, but Krimbo just takes advantage of it.
Yeah, he really does. And man, Big has really shown their quality right now, coming back from a deficit, a huge deficit to just rattle off 10 in a row now. And it's been a comfortable run from them as well. It hasn't even really felt too many rounds have been all that close. Maybe one tense retake mixed in there, but Big has complete control of this game. 4-round lead. And Grayhound by in the second round. No scout, but it's 5-7s. It's utility. It's a couple deagles mixed in. It's got some stopping power. And they're about to shrink the map with this upper dark crunch.
Alistair. All the way around. He'll be the sole attacker. The fact that they're giving him this much, though.
Yeah, well, he has to wait. You don't want to turn this corner and actually challenge in towards double doors. You want to see if they're going to fall back, you want to get your one, maybe two if you're lucky. This might be early. If he peeks this, he's going to give up the game. Yeah, now they know they're boxed in. Now they know there's going to be a stack at the A bomb site as well. And the question is, do they feel like they can, you know, they might not be all that intimidated due to the weaponry, but certainly they know they've got a fight ahead of them.
Well, I won't go back onto him just yet because they've only spotted one. They have uncertainty for the rest of the numbers, but you're right. This gives away the game. So syrsoN staring back. 14 kills for him, looking for a 15th with the scout.
Knowing is half the battle.
Well, yeah. Vexite is trying to see above the smoke for when they cross, but they'll stay tight to it, and he won't get any information. In fact, takes damage instead. tabseN blinded. No one able to peek on top of it. Inns for the swing around, but they still get Vexite to find two. And Krimbo now slowed ever so much. They're not boxed in anymore, but they don't have the bomb. It was one of the two players that crossed over and went down.
And they don't know they're not boxed in. More importantly, they have no idea that Alistair is rotated all the way around. Great shot from Krimbo, the follow-up with the Galil, and unfortunately for Grayhound, this is slipping away. Alistair left in a 1v3, and he's got way too much going up against him. Krimbo's got it with a P250, 11-6.
11-6 and 11 in a row. Grayhound couldn't capitalize. Good effort. You're absolutely right. He rotated all the way back around to try and catch them off on that one, but despite the two opening kills, not much could be done.
Oh, good transfer from syrsoN to complete that kill. Damage initially by Krimbo. And they survived two really dangerous kills from Vexite with the deagle from inside the bomb site. Now Grayhound only have unarmored pistols, one flashbang to work with. Kito's going to drop a shallow nade, but it doesn't complete any of the kills. And syrsoN with the MAC-10 looking to build up some bank, but already control of the B bomb site. So Big is going to take this round as well. And syrsoN's going to get some bonus money for his trouble. 3 quick kills with a MAC-10.
Bomb planted. Just Inns and Sicko, and the MAC-10 in Sicko's hands, having gotten that kill. See if he can maybe farm himself with it. But he's actually heading back up middle toward T-spawn. Go for the full flank on exits. I think tabseN will hear him coming because he's just sitting on the ramp seeing if anyone was going to push the dark tunnels. So it's going to be a stampede his direction and easily taken care of. Krimbo closes it out. 12-6. Pouring outside right now in Rio de Janeiro.
Yeah, absolutely is. Thundering down.
Tropical. Much like the jerseys that Grayhound wear.
Yeah, I like the sleeves. They're cool. It's a nice touch. Here we go, guns out for Grayhound. They have lost 12 rounds in a row.
Like syrsoN on the way by.
Such an exciting start that had to have been feeling so good for Grayhound in the first half, and that just feels so long ago. It's a completely different game.
Speaking of different games.
Yeah, what's going on the B stream?
OG and Fear. No, we're the B stream.
What's going on the main stream?
Yeah, there you go. Good try, Jason.
I don't think I've ever had to do an A stream
Well,
update.
you just think you're so good, you're always on the mainstream, huh? Is that
yeah,
it?
I did actually. Brought
All right,
down to
well,
reality real quick.
Yeah, I guess good you can admit to that at least. OG Furia, if you don't want to hear the score, cover your ears. 3, 2, 1. Okay, 5-4. Furia takes the lead in that one currently.
All right. Well, good first kill from Alistair. A little bit blinded. Can't find the follow-up. Krimbo's going to trade off his teammate. And now Alistair, he tracks it so well as he's getting pelted. The bomb is on its own out of long. If Alistair can find this kill, bomb would be dropped. Unfortunately, it's syrsoN to come out on top, and he's going to swap out for the M4. 2v2.
syrsoN looking for it. syrsoN's missed a shot. Oh, it's Zywoo and Cello all over again. syrsoN wouldn't run him down. He was scared to get picked off by it. Gives him a chance to get shot through the door. Ends in a 1-on-2. HP actually better for him, but
I like this. You gotta take a risk if you want to get over here at the right moment. And he has a chance, but nope. syrsoN rips his face off.
syrsoN's looking good. Looking good on land. Obviously didn't get to see as much of him last night. I was out for dinner. Paula wanted to take me on a date.
How was that?
Said we were going for tacos. It was actually called tokas, so it was just fish instead of tacos.
Okay, so
Yeah.
he made an assumption based off the phonetically.
Yeah, it was definitely him that did that and not me.
Sure.
But yeah.
Absolutely.
Anyway, yeah, look, I didn't actually even make an assumption. It was just dyslexic moment, all right? I saw it from the car, thought it was tacos. Was like, I'm going for tacos. Got over there and was like, there is no tacos.
Yeah.
Was really good.
Taco sounded really good last night to me as well.
Well, we'll have to find some. But, yeah, yesterday the point is syrsoN on that Vertigo game did look pretty solid all the way through. Vexite going to go down. It's syrsoN with a push. Ins trying to counter the fact that they lost his teammate being aggressive at middle and seeing them run toward Catwalk. Can't do much of it. The smoke is down, but look at Liazz in this position. That shadow is sinful, as it doesn't really give you much at all unless you pray, and he did not pray. He sinned. So did Ins. He's going to get taken down by the same man. Krimbo comes around. syrsoN's gone. 14-6 now for Big.
Yeah, they're repenting now. This is a huge lead for Big. 8 rounds, 14 in a row. Grayhound have completely lost control of this game. Quiet over there. Mustache quivering. Not quiet there. Gotta be animated. Hand talking. You know it's intense when the hands come out.
Yes. Gesticulations. That's not even like the hand. That's like the whole arm.
He looks like overly angry for being up 14-6.
He just doesn't want to let off the gas pedal, man. Can you blame him?
No.
Their manager's like 5 times the size of all of them put together. I would be scared too if I didn't perform well.
He's a big guy. Nicest guy in the world, though.
Oh, Christian's great.
14-6. Gavi getting the boys hyped up. Good job from syrsoN, retaking long control, not getting caught off guard by Liazz. And oh boy, let's see what Grayhound can do. It's a timeout. I think it's consecutive timeouts. I think Grayhound called the first one, and Gabi was like, "No, I want to yell a little bit more."
Yeah, you can't take this away from me.
You
if I
are
can't
all
cheer,
swine.
If you can, if you can't cheer, you can yell. I heard in honor of syrsoN coming out that Gaben's going to be at this major.
Oh, perfect.
To announce it, actually.
Sure. Keep the trolls going.
First time ever at a CS major for Gaben. Unfortunately, to convince him to come and do that, I had to pay for his plane ticket, so.
Yeah, I'm sure he's going through a rough time these days.
Yeah, he couldn't afford it, so, you know, you're welcome, Counter-Strike.
Oh, syrsoN's tagged yet again.
Again, yeah, second time on the cross in the last, I think, 3 rounds.
The life of a B player. That can be so frustrating to always play games with only half HP. Always play rounds, excuse me. Alistair, oh, he can't manage it. I guess he flicked over to the right. I think he thought syrsoN was going to swing a little bit wider before taking the shot and just miscalculated. 23 kills now on syrsoN.
syrsoN. Up on top. Oh, Vexite, if he had peeked out, there was no utility there. He might have actually gotten a free kill on it.
Could still find Tapson jumping up, or Sin coming back. There it is, but now they know his position. Tapson's not going to let him get away. Smoke deployed to allow the escape, and that should do the trick.
Sight still spamming in. Tags up the shin of syrsoN. Still trying to find an angle on this, but he's caught out in no man's land. Second time we're going to see someone go down in that position. It was Krimbo in the first half. Kiddo, he's got the shot, but Liazz puts him in his place and knocks him back to a 3-on-3 situation as he tries to find more, but falls off. A Molotov lands behind him.
Oh, 3-on-3, but look at the defensive shift. It's entirely at the A-bomb site. They're completely out of position. I think this is just a product of getting beat up and bruised throughout this half and 14 rounds straight. Grayhound is massively over-rotated, and now they've got to come back, but syrsoN's watching the cross. And they don't have any utility. They have no smoke, no flashbang to force anyone off the angle. syrsoN can very easily have at least one pick here. Oh, the jumping shot confused him, but the Deagle does its job. And Vexite, he might have to just do this all on his lonesome. He comes right through, but Krimbo's ready.
Krimbo is ready. Liazz up against it now. 1 versus 3 to try and prevent map point for Big. And essentially now it's 14 rounds, going to be 15 rounds in a row. If they hadn't got off to the good start, this could have been even worse. Could have been a 16-0 is where I was going with that, Jason.
Well, I mean, it's a 16-0 run, potentially.
That's basically what exactly I said.
Okay,
but thank you for driving that one home, Jason.
Yep. Yeah, I just had to reinforce the point.
Yeah.
Good shot from Liazz there at the end, trying to save the op.
You always copy other people's homework?
I was looking at the other monitor.
That means
I can't use my eyes and my ears at the same time.
Okay, all right. That's why I never see you chewing bubble gum.
15-6. Oh no, 15 in a row for Big. This is brutal. This has got to be so demoralizing after such a cool start for Grayhound.
Yeah, it is. This, like, no question about it, right? This is, you're going down to 1 and 2. We know there's a scary bracket. We know, especially mathematically, Grayhound with the rating could very well line up against Cloud9 in the redraw for that particular segment of the event. So they, take that back. No, they can't. They already played them.
Nice.
So Grayhound will avoid Cloud9 no matter what. What was I saying?
It's
okay. So that's actually better off for them.
You caught yourself. That's nice. That's well done.
It could be problematic for Vitality, though, because that means that avoids that matchup.
A Cloud9 Vitality matchup. Ooh,
I never thought of that, because mathematically they would have avoided each other. But if Grayhound falls down, that means there's already one scenario ruled out, and it becomes more mathematically possible. You could have a Vitality Cloud9 knockout game.
That'd be so wild. Normally, I'm a big fan of those kinds of like high-pressure games with some really good teams early in tournaments, just because I think it's fun to see some of the tournament favorites be under that much pressure early. But the Challenger stage is a bit early for it in my mind. I don't know how I feel about it. Molotov out towards double doors.
Wow.
It's gonna force Ins away. Alistair's trying to maintain some aggression to find an advantage for his team with the AWP. They've got 2 SMGs on the board, so this AWP is really desperate to find something.
Krimbo trying to get the spram through the smoke.
Showing catwalk presence, showing catwalk control, but set up perfectly to drop into either a mid to B. Oh, good shot. There it is. Alistair patient this whole round, and he finally is rewarded. That's the bomb dropped as well. That'll change the plans.
Well, the plan right now is syrsoN go kill. Walking into B with that AWP, but Kiddo's got it instead at mid. Alistair caught out, that gives it back. 3-on-3. Krimbo instead finds it. Kiddo's gonna follow it up. It's all down to Liazz. And the explosive kills, syrsoN goes aggressive, and Big go on a 16-round run to make it a 16-6 scoreline. They find themselves 2-1. And as we say, Grayhound dropping down to 1 and 2. If Cloud9 are successful in their best of 3, they cannot play each other. This has consequences on the entire bracket.
It absolutely does. That's heartbreaking for Grayhound after such a cool start, and you can see smile on the face of syrsoN as he's starting to feel himself on land at this tournament. Big looking impressive despite a stand-in, defying expectations. We'll be right back.